Flip man. It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good evening and welcome to Flippinar 343. I am Ty, aka the Flip Man, and we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate where your cash or credit is irrelevant. Tonight's topic for Flippinar 343: do you need proof of funds to wholesale real estate? Very basic topic, but you don't know. So hopefully I will get that question answered and a lot more. Make sure if you want to jump the line, and when we're live, some people don't know when we're not live or not live, but I guess they don't know we're not live. When we're live, if you text the word Gator, Gator, like alligator, Gator, to 205-964-5243. That will allow you to jump the line to have your own personal seminar. So make sure you like this, share it, subscribe to the YouTube channel, tap the little bell so you are alerted when we do go live. It'll just come up on your phone. Wow, they're live. Slide to the left. Whatever side, to the right, whatever. And we're there. Hey, you don't have to say, oh, I missed it. You don't have to miss it. So there's no excuse not to subscribe. Even if you already subscribed, make sure you go there, hit subscribe, and see the little bell. See if it says all. If it says all, that means anytime that we go live or new content is uploaded, you will be alerted by YouTube. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, LinkedIn. We ain't live on X. They charge for it. Your boy started charging for it. We can't afford it. And so anyway, over to you, AP.
Got you. Thank you guys for being here this evening. Good evening. Thank you, Sherry, Candy, Taraja, and EJ for being in the chat. This is a place, as you mentioned, that you ask questions in regards to wholesaling real estate with little to no cash or credit and other creative ways of investing. You post your question in the chat. I'll read the question and Ty will answer the question. So glad to have you all here this evening. Hopefully we're finding you all doing well. Great opportunity as of right now, like he said, to jump in front of the line. Go ahead and get your questions asked. Again, text Gator, Gator, to the number 205-964-5243. So I'll go ahead and read what's in the chat. Sherry says hello and thank you for helping with the comp. Candy says hi to everyone. Taraji says hello, and EJ says I'm awaiting feedback. Thank you much and peace. I'm so glad to have you all here. We're on time today, like really on time. So maybe we have more people coming in. One moment. Let me see here. Ty, you know what?
What?
I think I'm on the wrong thing. Can they say they hear me?
Oh, they still hear you because it's just all connected. And they can hear you.
Hold on.
They can't see. What? Okay.
Okay. Am I better now?
Yeah.
Do you know I was on the wrong dang on thing? I'm sitting here trying to figure out why the image that I see and why the topic didn't line up. Did you see me look at you and was like, that don't make sense? I don't know how I ended up on the other one. I'm on 342. I'm like, you said 342. Oh my goodness. Hey y'all. If y'all heard me, I was talking to myself. Please forgive me. Hey, Jammin.
She was in here. She just didn't know she was in here.
Yeah, I was in here. Just didn't know I was in here. But I was in the wrong one. Yeah. I'm calling out people that weren't even in here. Anybody in here right now but Jammin? So good morning. Good evening, Jammin. Okay, so let's see here. Who else missed the mighty Flippineers walk in the door with two thumbs way up? I just watched the 164,000 success lady recharge, fired up. So let's get it. Okay. Yo, Lady AP, how are you doing? Hope you're well. I am doing well. I hope you are too, Jim. And it's just me and you in this chat. You got to go ahead and text Gator, Gator, to come on and join us live. I would love to hear your voice, and that you can take over with me. Come on, let's just do a whole lot of talking. So glad I could switch schedules with my wonderful coworker. I need this tonight. After watching that lady, I am going to get on the phone 2025. I'm calling the Fizbos, and so excited this evening, and typos. That's all right. I know what you were saying. And thank you for confirming that you can hear me. Did you hear me reading our questions for some other chat?
Yes, she's talking about this interview right here. The Netta.
Yes. Goody, oldie but goody, still motivational. That's right. So as we wait for more individuals to join us, just make sure you text the word boss 205-964-5243 to join the FMNP. And just make sure that you hit like, subscribe, as Ty just mentioned, to make sure that you're notified anytime we have upcoming shows, Flippinars, content, story streams, all of the good things. So yeah. All right. So let's see here. Jamming right now. I think we've probably confused everybody because we're here earlier than normal.
You think so?
Yes. Because there go Cass. Hey, Cass. Thank you for being here.
Right, we early, man.
No, I mean we're. Let's see here. Yeah, we are. They got used to. We told them we was gonna slowly start getting back early. See, sun out. Let's see here. You can't text. Boom, it's on it. Yes, that image was her. She was so awesome. Yeah, her name was Stanetta. Cass, thank you for being here. We just slow rolling, everybody coming on in. So I see some people who are here but not in the chat. Go ahead and put your name and tell us where you're from too, if you like. So we can go ahead and get tonight's shows rolling. As you see there, the topic for tonight's Flippinar number 343 is: do you need proof of funds to wholesale real estate? Do you? Do you know the answer? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Hopefully you already do, but we're going to add a little bit more to that answer. But as always, just stay tuned with us and we'll make sure we go over the topic. I did say the wrong keyword earlier. So SHIP, S-H-I-P, for the Flipman's Partnership Network. So Pimpin, with us. Just text SHIP to the number on your screen. Yeah, I think we have surprised them though.
Okay.
That's good. So how have you come along with I know the VA was working on the counties and the split and flipping.
I just let them just went with it. So because I want to go back and review a lot of the stuff to see where it is, where we can improve on it. And then we'll go from there.
Cool. Let's see here.
That it's been a grind. That's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, how far have we gotten?
I don't even know. I hadn't even looked at it.
Oh, Cass said, Flipman has done so much for us. What can we do for you, sir? You deserve something. Likes, subscribers, sharers, joiners, commenters, chatters, all of that, and a bag of chips. So Jamin says, okay, Jamin has a question. It's a possible 3-parter. I'll work on it. No rush. Okay. Cool. I'll read it. I'll give you time to post all the sections of it, and then I will read that, Jamin. Top 10 says, can you explain the process after the sale or on customer house delivery day? I'm looking to understand the payment process transaction.
So I guess they're basically asking,
the process after the sale.
Yeah, well, how do you get paid? So the way a real estate check transaction normally works is that you have the paperwork needs to be created and signed by the seller and the buyer. Once that happens and the deal is funded by the buyer, then the title company or closing attorney will disperse the funds. That's how you get paid. They'll give you a check. They'll do a bank wire, preferably a bank wire, because now you don't have to wait till a check clears, which could take easily 7 to 10 days. I don't even know why they do cashier's checks.
Mm-hmm.
Or they didn't like it. It speeds up the process. I guess it just guarantees the front.
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed funds.
But it doesn't speed up the process of it being in your account.
Gotcha. Hey, Day Day. There's Day Day. Says hello, everyone.
If it's different banks, of course.
Different banks. Okay. Hello, AP and Ty. Thanks for being here, Day. Greatly appreciate that. Go ahead and post your questions in the chat. Be excited to read that. And, right now you can get any follow-up questions that you may have answered in the chat. But you can also, hey, Antoine, you can also text GATOR to join us live. Okay. I think this is about time everybody starts falling in. Top 10. Did that answer your question? Did you have any follow-up after that explanation? No. I was just asking while we had the space there. Okay. So it says, I'm interested in joining your Discord. How hands-in are you with new house flippers? So
I don't have a Discord. We have a school.
Yeah.
Where is it? Yeah. I'm in there, answering questions as people post them or whatever. So
yeah, you can text the word ship. The keyword ship, SHIP, is on the screen there to 205-964-5243. So don't have a Discord, but there is a school, a Flipman's partnership network. We talk about house, land, self-storage, multifamily. Yes. Yeah. So you can text that and join. It is a monthly subscription, but well worth it. Ty himself and associates are in there daily, every day, responding, and you have the resources of other members that are in there as well. So yeah, if you're interested in that, I would give it a try. Just go and log in.
No more questions.
No, I'm telling you, they're coming in.
All right, so
we got them a little spoiled. Well, no,
okay,
got them trained.
I guess I'll just go ahead with the topic then, or what do you think? Since what?
No, we're gonna give it a minute because,
Okay.
like I said, right now, top 10, Deonica, Antoine, jamming. I'm waiting on jamming. They're putting their text together. I know, and then they got the top. Got my attention right now. So top 10 says, when you first started, how many offers were you making daily?
Well, when I first started, I was using bandit signs. So it was, I don't even remember. I don't remember a lot of stuff like that, but I was so green and, this ain't going to be everybody. Matter of fact, I don't think there's nobody's story. Like the first 2 calls I got were deals. One of them, even though I got paid on it, it blew up in my face. I had to get a lady her money back, $5,000. And the second one closed, which was actually, that first one was a lease option. The second one was the wholesale deal. It was $2,500. But, I put out bandit signs. If you don't know what bandit signs is, these things right here.
You found one.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day or whatever. And so, but we were putting out these bandit signs. And so, I say me. Me. And so that's how I was generating leads at the time. So,
what I've noticed that just within like this week, must be that tax money. I've seen a lot of people have houses bandit signs. Yeah, it's one right there turning into the shopping center. There's 2, but one, it just upsets me so, is turquoise. Yeah, it is white with turquoise letters. I'm just like, no, I would have called me to come get this down. But yeah, I've seen quite a few. Hopefully there's some listeners, that are here joining us and could love to get some pointers. So you watched the video on the signs. Yes. was a lot of those. There's plenty. There's still work now, but there's so many other ways to be creative.
Yeah.
With trying to
It's
secure leads.
it's just a different it's a different mindset of a different type of experience when someone calls a bandit sign, because they're being, what's the word? They're being proactive, I guess.
Yeah, they're being proactive. They're absolutely coming to you versus you having to find them. Kind of takes some of the tension off,
Yeah, they are. In most cases, they already want to sell. So, like you said, it's just about negotiation. Then hopefully you can come to a price that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, he says, I'm looking at a few potential properties and I want your opinion. So if you have anything that we can take a moment to comp tonight, we'll be happy to show the services that we use and utilize to help each of you use that. So if you have a property you want to put in their top 10, be happy to assist you with that. So jamming. Oh, Ram City Fishing. Flip man, thank you for being here. Ram City Fishing.
Yeah, announce where you're located. What city, state?
Okay.
You don't have nothing else to say, do that.
Where you from? Let's see here. So, okay, Jamie, you keep posting. I'm gonna read the first part. The seller is truly in La La Land, but she listed her home on Zillow at $225. Yet the county shows the property tax paid based on their assessment, $175K value. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait, Jamie. Yeah, because I read part 1. I'm gonna wait till like part 2, 3, and 4 get in there. Okay, so Ram City is from Sarasota, Florida, and he does virtual. They do virtual all through Florida. So in Sarasota. Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, Cass, we know where Cass from. Cass from Cali. Cass is from Pasadena, Cali. Yes. Thank you, Cass. Day. Where's? Okay, you got one for us, Top. Okay, you're around the corner. Okay, cool. So, Top, we'll go ahead and okay. So, tell me what made you target this, Top. So, you're saying it's a Craigslist post. So, what we say is low hanging fruit. So, what's your question about it? Oh, that's cute. Okay. Look like kind of characters, not necessarily Ghibli, but yeah. Okay. Top 10, just so what directed you to this post? Have you contacted anyone? Have you called? What is it that you want us to do with this property, or is this just a learning moment? I got you, Jamie. I got you. I will wait. Okay, so we're waiting on him to give me more information with this address that's in 35234.
35234.
35234.
That's possibly Norwood. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Yeah, 22nd Street North. Let's see here. We got here. Now I see several people. I have several viewers, but not that many in the chat. So if you're here, glad that you are here. If you can hear the sound of my voice, go ahead and post in the chat. Just say hello. I know some of you are just here listening and viewing, but love to just see you're here. Okay, there go Walt. Hey, Walt. Let me see. Scroll. Okay, so this is the address. Go ahead and let's pull this up. He's $65,000 on this unit, and he's thinking $20,000 or less. So we're gonna use this as an opportunity.
What type of property is it? The house?
Yeah, it says I'm looking at a total rebuild. Okay, we'll just look it up. You ready? It's 1324 22nd Street North. Hey, Lamont.
What, he owns it, or?
Well, it's a Craigslist post. So
13. What is it?
1324. 22nd Street North.
Like it hurts me.
Yes.
Learning
moment. This is a learning moment. Possibly a total rebuild.
Oh.
It was on Craigslist for. Wait a minute. I'm thinking 20 or less. 65K on
So
this unit.
this is man, that's on the wrong side. That's like
Oh, that's top golf.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's over there on Druid Hill. Them folks over there they in La La Land. And how much? What's the deal on it?
Well, yeah, right there it says 20. So
Oh, what are you doing on it?
no, this is just a learning moment. I don't not particularly sure because right there it says 20,000 on Craigslist.
Now this is back in 2021.
Oh, that's an old listing.
No. I'm looking at you. See, y'all can see my thing, right?
Yeah.
You see that right there?
Oh, that probably look worse than that.
That's what I'm saying. That's 4 years ago, man. Literally 4 years ago.
20 grand would be in La La Land.
So let's we got December 22nd. Okay. That's far as we go.
December 2022.
Yeah.
It's still 2 years ago.
Oh, that's tough. How much?
I said 2 years ago.
I'm saying how much they want?
Well, on the posting right there, it says 20.
I can't see that. I'm looking at this thing.
No, I saw when you first pulled it up.
What? It ain't got no price on it, do it?
It did. Right there.
No, that's what they sold it for.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Single family. I've spoke to the seller a couple of times.
Oh, they just
dropped it.
So this. Let me say, wait a minute. I may be wrong. My bad. See, they paid that back in 2022. Mm-hmm. See, they think let me explain what's going on here, right?
Okay.
Let me break this guy down since this is why comping can be so challenging sometimes. Mm-hmm. See, they think, you know what I'm saying? So this Central City, where is Norwood at? It's okay. We're up in here. Okay, so so this side of Highway 31, which is Caraway Boulevard, right? Mm-hmm. Well, like they got stuff over here listed. They got that listed at 149. How long it's been on the market? 65 days. Terrible listing. But they so sorry. Look at that. Well, let me just explain. You can't command the same prices on this side that you can on that side.
Correct.
This is Norwood. This is Druid Hills.
Norwood, old, historic, booming. They building stuff over there.
Yeah.
Hospital right around the corner.
Well, the hospital is right in this. Well, it's not a hospital.
Well, it was.
Yeah, they building an amphitheater, shopping area, but all of it's going to be closed now. It will catch up over here. It is, but eventually, but not now. And that's why, well, I say that, you know what I'm saying? I just know it's more expensive on this side than that side. But we can just go ahead and just look at some souls. That's where you really do it. And let's see here. We're going to just look at the last maybe 6 months. Okay, so over here we see a 115. What did that look like? They went there, did their thing on that one. Okay.
It's cute.
Okay. They did their thing on that one. Over here, 82. Let me see what that looked like. Only 4 photos. It was livable, I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was livable. All right. They got a 170 in here. Okay.
Oh, that's outside, inside though. The other ones didn't have to work outside.
Oh, they did their thing.
Yeah, this is outside and inside.
So that's nice right there. All right, and we got a 180 in here. Okay, Druid Hill. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Ain't no way.
They got 180 right there. Mm. All right. Okay, how much they pay for this? Let me see. We might just start talking. Let me see. So they paid, they paid 106 for that.
In 2022.
Oh, wow. 8. Yeah.
The 6 back in 2013. Right, yes. Sir, I can't offer you more than 2,000.
So let's see here. So this one right here, 213. Well, we got one photo. I don't know what this is. Interesting. Somebody got taken on that one. I don't know what they doing on it. At a church. So those are the big numbers on that side. Now over here, see, we got a 430 over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if that's renovated or not. Let's see. Oh my God. So it sold for 21 back in 2020. They listed it at 539.
Oh, wow.
And sold it at 430. So
2,400%.
Yeah. So
I need to see more pictures.
ain't no pictures though.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So and then let's see another one in here. So let's see another higher one. We got some 200s in here. Another 200, 230. That's right there on the boulevard there. What's right here? All right. Let me go back a little. Let me go back 12 months to see.
So the question was like for this learning moment, how far out are you doing comps? And so according to your deal chart.
Well, this would all be within a mile of each other. Their property is over here. This is within a mile.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But once you cross the street, it changes. It's same zip code and everything. It changes. You know what I'm saying? You I'm surprised at some of the numbers over here. Let me just say that. Now deeper down, oh, here's a 258 right in here.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
I don't know.
Ain't no way.
They hustling, man. Oh, that's over in 204 there. You didn't get out of that neighborhood. Now you're over sort of closer to Legion Field right there. So let me see what else we got in here. I went back ahead. We got a 321 in here, but they ain't got no photos. How they doing that? Maybe I'm not looking at the actual listing. Normally it'll be on here though. And they only, that just happened in June of last year. Oh yeah, we got the target ad over there. They acting real crazy. I'm trying to see another higher number. I see this 255. Let's look at that one. Look at that.
Yeah, and that's gutted.
Oh my God. Hell no. Let me see here. They paid $69 for it, listed it for $129, contingent $129, relisted it, pending sale. And what happened?
Sold for $120.
What happened?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay. Sold for $120, and then they sold it for $254. Don't look like they did nothing.
No, it's funny when you start looking stuff like this. Let's see who own these things. Y'all doing some funny stuff with the books. Y'all cooking the books.
Yeah, they doing some.
It ain't making no sense. Y'all buying gutted out properties for $300,000.
They did their thing in that on this one right here. See.
Oh yeah, inside and out.
Yeah, they did their thing on that one. Oh yeah, they modernized that baby right there. Staged it good. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see the history on this one. Okay.
And see, that's still only $240.
Let me see.
40 in 2008.
Well, it looks like I don't know if maybe it wasn't bad, but they renovated. They started out at 300 and ended up selling at 340. It took them a minute. They just sold it for $240. So they had to take a little haircut on it, but I'm assuming this is the same owner, so they only paid $40 for it. 2008. So there you go. That's how real estate rolls. But anyway, so they wanted 20 for theirs, that one.
Well, I was trying to figure out. So I was trying to see to use the $40 per square foot for that.
Oh my God, no, you're gonna use a minimum of 50 for something like that. How big was it? What this it right here?
Yes.
And how big was 1,900 square feet? So you're looking at $100,000 easily. 100.
Okay. And then we could use the comps on that side with it, which would still be like 115,
Yeah. I'm trying to let me see exactly where it is right here. So it's closer down here to Fred Shuttlesworth. If you all don't know who that is. So let's see here. Where were those comps at? So it's down up in this area right here, right?
Mhm.
So that's what that 213 is, So that 180 got to 212 right here. So yeah, at 20, it may make sense. I don't know if it can be if that's an auction though. My bad. I don't know if it can be. I don't know how bad it is now, because that's a 2-year-old photo.
When'd you look at it last? He says the lot's good. He said the lot looks okay. What about?
I don't know if that'll still be cheap enough, because you got to pay for the cost of demo. They did their thing on this one right here too. How much they pay for this? Okay, Druid Hill. All right.
It's what's coming, not what's there.
They paid that's the one we looked at. They paid 106 for it. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, they responded it's a confusing comp. So what do you need to get it at?
Just run quick numbers on it. I'm going. Oh man, it's almost 2,000 square feet. So like this house right here, I don't know if you'll be able to get that, but this house right here sold for what it sold for price per square. It sold for $154 a square foot.
Okay.
So that would put it at 300 almost. So I'm not gonna say it's a sale for that much, but probably 250.
Okay. So to sell for 250, need a good 100.
No, let's just be conservative. 200.
Okay. 200.
200. So if we say our ARV is 200.
Okay.
Right. And we're gonna say our repairs are $50. And it's 1981. We'll just say 2,000 square feet. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, you in the money. Yeah.
Yeah. Get it for 10, put it on a contract for 20.
The 30. No. That's just to make 10,000.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you can get it less, 20 or less.
Yeah, he already got it for 20.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, sounds like you might have you something that top 10.
Now let's do this. One more thing. I didn't look in it, but even though we're seeing what people are sort of paying, we can dive a little deeper and see who's buying over there. I saw one worth. He paid more than that. It was worse than that house. Looked like about the same.
Ooh. Cause that look like it's complete. Whatever. I don't look like it got a good frame on it.
The buyer that I'm thinking about, that's where we met. He bought an apartment building from me over there in that area. All right, so right here, right on the same street. Oh my! Look at that. You see that?
Ain't no way. September last year.
Oh my!
Oh, okay.
Why is it an auction? Let me see.
What happened between then and now?
I don't know. That's interesting. Where's my price history at? I ain't got no price history on this. Okay. Oh, I don't know what's going on with this. Is this an auction.com property?
Yeah.
All right, well, we won't look at that one then. So let's look at this other one. So let's look at this one here. So they only paid 10 grand for that. That sounds like Druid Hills to me. The Druid Hills, I know. They paid
65.
They paid 40 for that one. Let's see. Yep. That looks like Druid Hills to me. They paid 25 for this one. Yeah. See, that's what I'm more accustomed to. See, this is what buyers are doing. So, pay 16 for that one. Now they did their thing.
Sold for 217.
Yeah, sold for 217.
That's it. That's on the picture.
Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, that must be a recent thing then when he sold that, because it ain't updated there. Let's see what else we got in here. Are we spending too much time on this?
That's coming in. So investor base is that?
Oh no,
that's
we didn't cross 31 now. My bad. Yeah.
Investor base is a subscription service.
Yeah, you text BOSS to 205-964. It's right here on the bottom. It's scrolling at the bottom right now.
BOSS, BOSS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Or you can text the word feed. Like feed.
Eat.
Feed.
Feed.
Is that the same way you spell the chicken feed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is it a FEAD? It ain't. Okay.
All right. Top 10. Hopefully you were able to follow through on there. Hopefully anyone else was able to take advantage of that step-by-step tutorial on just trying to figure out comps in areas where it could be a little tricky. There are some neighborhoods, same zip code, cross one street, you're in a totally different area. It's the same thing as we've always said, the railroad tracks. Everybody knows a small town, across the tracks, it looks a little bit different. So yeah, just always keep that in mind, especially if you're virtual wholesaling. That's why it's always good to have some boots on the ground, or at least have services that allow you to deep dive in and make sure that you're not crossing major highways or areas like that when you're searching. All right, so jamming, looks like we got you together. I got part 1 through 5. So let me scroll back up and see where we are. Top 10. So yeah, just message him later. Just reference this. If you have that locked in, I'm sure he will be able to speak through with that. Top 10 wants to touch base with you on that one.
Oh, and this property here that you're talking about? Okay, yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, just I'll throw my email up here.
Hi, Lionel. I see you. I'm scrolling up. I think I've already talked to you, Walt and Ram and Lamont. Thank you. I'm scrolling back up to catch jamming. Okay. So here we go. The seller is truly in La La Land, but listed her home on Zillow at $225. Yet the county shows property tax paid based on their assessment of $175. Found through PropWire, is free for the folks, that the prop was transferred and with a balance on mortgage of $52K. But then looks like the new owner took out a loan in the tune of $150, transferred it in 2022, but has a balance of $140K. Is she worth pursuing? I think I smell a pre-foreclosure. Hopefully I gave you enough information to understand. So speaking of comps, I checked the free sources I have, including Zillow, and there is one property that sold at $225 at 0.06 miles away, but her property has been trying to sell since July 2022. That $225 property that's 0.6 miles away just sold last month, but nothing sold even near that close in a 75K-ish area.
Well, if she's been trying to sell since 2022, doesn't sound too motivated.
I'm gonna give you the address.
Oh, I thought she already had the numbers.
We're asking, is it a deal worth pursuing? It's
no,
in Memphis.
I'm letting you know it's not.
Oh, okay.
Just based on what she's saying, it's not. If she's been trying to sell since 2022, and she's asking is listed for $225, she owes $140. Yeah, our number would be like 110, somewhere in there. Just off the top, just on the numbers, it's not worth pursuing. Okay. There's no motivation there. You got people like that. They don't need to sell it. They get the price. I'm dealing with that right now. Some apartments, the seller, unless he can get his number, you don't have to sell it. Sometimes people just come along and pay that full price.
Okay. Would it be any other creative way to handle that?
If she's dealing with the real estate agent or she's dealing with the owner, you can always make an offer on it. As far as where they do something creative, but again, it didn't sound like any motivation. But of course, as we know, some life brings on motivation. Okay. Keep living. Got you.
Jamin, just let me know. I got you. Any follow-up, any additional questions, just put it in there and I'll make sure I keep up. Yes. And top 10 says, oh, you're from Toronto, Canada. Okay. Also known as the 6. Oh, I know somebody from the 6. It's a rapper. But I spend a lot of time in Macon, Georgia and Tampa, Florida. I can't stand Canadian cold. Okay, gotcha. Jamie says she's going up when the area is not showing that. Can we look at the address? It's a FISBO. It's for sales by owner. So not dealing with the realtor. And I can give you the address while I go to another question.
You said what now?
I'm giving you the address.
Okay.
And we're going to be going to Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis. And while you're pulling that up, Lionel.
Wait a minute, this the one we were just talking about?
Yes.
The numbers don't work.
Okay.
She owes more than what makes sense.
Learning moment. We're good.
Yeah. She owes more than what makes sense. We need to be at, she owes 140 according to her, right?
Yeah.
We need to be at 110. She owes more than what makes sense.
Okay. We owe more than what makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, don't fall in love with a property. Numbers work or they don't.
So, Jamin, did that answer what we had?
That's if she's been trying to sell it for 2022 as a FISBO. You know, she got tons of calls.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She got her price, you know.
And she's locked in?
Yeah.
Okay. So Lionel, we'll go to Lionel. What's up? I sent an offer using the KISS method in the Dallas area, and the realtor replied, all offers must be on a Trek 1-4 residential contract with a lease addendum. Can you break down what that means?
Nothing. They think you're a realtor, and if you go to zomps.com and you go to find deals, we have a list of, I guess you would call them frequent responses from agents. If you scroll all the way down, the best responses to what realtors say, that could be titled better than that. And so this one here, when agents mistake you as a realtor instead of a buyer, right here, thank you for your response. Just to clarify, we are actual buyers and prefer to work directly with listing agents. We're comfortable with you representing both parties in a neutral capacity, whether through dual, y'all can see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Whether through dual agency or as a transaction broker, intermediary, or a similar agreement allowed by your brokerage. Please initiate the contract based on our written offer. Thanks. Now you can do everybody don't send the same message. Those of you all that are familiar with ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, any of the LLMs, AIs, just go in here and say, write a different version of this, right? Mm-hmm. And boom, go in here and let's see what it has in store. So it says, now, thanks for getting back to us. We are actual buyers and preferred working directly with listing agents. We're fine with dual agency or any neutral arrangement your brokerage allows. Feel free to draft the contract based on our offer. And then you can just add chat, hey, do 5 more for future use. You know, so do 5 more. So it'll easily spit out just 5 more of these for you. Just like that.
Just like that. Okay, gotcha. Let's see here. Jibo 5-6 says, do you recommend to partner with a broker for wholesaling and other exit methods?
No, what purpose are they going to serve for you? Mm-hmm. They're not. You don't need them to find listed properties. Those are on Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, Homes.com. Mm-hmm. You don't need them for that.
Gotcha.
Part of the KISS method, the strategy behind of it is to give agents an opportunity, the listing agent, to keep 100% of the commission. The only way that happens is you contact them directly without bringing another agent to the table.
Understood. So let's answer Walt's question. Hello, Flipman. Yesterday, my coworker gave me the address of a house next to him says it was off market. Today, I see it soon will be listed by Southby. Is this KISS eligible?
You say it's going to be listed?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, maybe if your coworker knows the owner, you can talk to them before.
Without looking at it, I can't really. Everything is technically KISS eligible.
Mm-hmm.
But
Southby, that's what I thought. Is that like what they use for what do you call it when you bid in auctions and stuff like that? That's like fancy stuff. What kind of house is this? That's gonna be listed by Southby. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but that's like those fancy artifacts, $100,000 pea-sized carat of a half diamond. It depends on what the property information is. Now, Ram City wants to know, what is your main marketing method? I got a deal, cold calling. I switched to mail and haven't gotten another since. Thinking about jumping back on cold calling while still.
You know what?
Mailing. What I know?
Let me see. Where did I put it?
What did you put? What?
Or did I even ever set it up?
You probably never said it.
I probably didn't either. You can now. We've just started back text messaging today. Can't really tell you how it's going. I know what it has done for me in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go to Text to Flip, and I'll just show you the website. You can just go there. I don't have a code for it right now.
Show us what you got.
But you can go to, a lot of you all are already familiar. Well, I say that. I don't know how many old timers we got in here. But you can go to text to flip.com. Text2flip.com. Just scroll down, get started now. Be nice if we had some images in there. But anyway.
What'd you say? Huh?
Text2flip.com.
Some energy?
Image or something in there.
Oh, Jippet got you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I can put a little banner up there. I can do that. Did I do that?
Okay. Jamming, you didn't waste no time at all. And yes, I was right here with you. I was waiting. I like story time. Part 1, 2 to 5. And this is 6 and 7. So what we were thinking is that the county assessment says the value is $175, but with her owing $140, that would be a difference and that we could help, right? I get what you're saying. Right. So let's talk about, this is a learning moment. There's the county assessment may not be accurate depending on what the other movement around the neighborhood is.
Yeah, normally the county assessment is less than the
actual value
of the property.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why she's probably, I don't know if that's the number, but that she's asking $225. But
okay.
The biggest thing is that
I get it. She owes more than
what makes sense.
What makes sense, right? So that's fine. If we can get her, owner financing is an option if the agreement, if the numbers make sense. Correct?
Yeah, if she's open to it.
If she's open to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find out if she's open to it.
Okay. Good. Thank you. That's all we usually asking. Okay, so let's see here. Someone that said about exactly what we're going to talk about. Brian, got you coming up. Your question is right into the topic, but let me scroll back up, guys. It did skip around, so I want to make sure I got everyone's question answered. Now, let's see here. Ram City. I know. Did you answer Ram City about the cold calling? Yeah, you switched over to talking about text, which is good. Text to flip. But the question was, he got a deal cold calling, and he switched over to mail and haven't gotten a call since. So obviously cold calling work. So thinking about jumping back on cold calling while still mailing. Do we do 2 methods at one time, or do we focus on one? Because those both are kind of slow, maybe.
Cold calling is outside of text message, as direct as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
You're pushing the action.
Okay.
So
okay.
It's a grind though. Okay. All of it is, but that's a grind there.
Okay. And Walt, I did read your question. I'm going back down now. I think we just needed more information about the house that was off market yesterday, but it's about to be on market today. Let's see. Okay, so Brian, let's go into your question and Ty. This is going to segue us into our topic. So Brian Mitchell says, I sent a property owner a contract that I wanted to wholesale, but you know what they asked him for?
The owner's asking for a proof of funds.
Yup.
All right. Okay. So we'll get into it. So, why did I keep messing up the text here? Wow. Ooh, boy, ever send you a message or something and it's in this broken grammar?
Over it.
Don't think bad of me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do better.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm trying. So, anyway, so here we go. So, today's nice topic
is, do you need proof of funds to wholesale real estate? Flippinar number 343.
Okay, so in that situation, he's dealing directly with an owner, or you'll be dealing with a real estate agent in most cases. I guess a wholesaler, you could be dealing with them or whatever. But in most cases, that's what it's going to be. So on the for sale by owner, dealing directly with the owner, generally speaking, the way this works, if an owner asks you for proof of funds, Adria,
they're not motivated.
They're normally not motivated. You don't have a deal. It's going to be rare. They just don't go together, right? They're just motivated to sell at a price that makes sense. Them asking for proof of funds, that is so rare. Like, just like he said, I can almost guarantee the person that's asking him for a proof of funds, they're not even close to it being a deal. I would love to look at the numbers on it.
Okay.
All right. So, but in the real estate agent world or broker world, it's very common practice. It's expected. It's expected to get proof of funds, right?
Right.
And so, if you actually need proof of funds, it is offered. You know, I have a free option with it. Matter of fact, just changed the link on that today by recommendation of a student. But if you go to, if you text POF to 205-964-5243, or you can literally go to www.proofoffunds.ai.
Mm-hmm.
You can go there, right? But so you can text POF for proof of funds, the 205-964-5243 to access. So again, generally speaking, when you're dealing directly with the owner on a house and them asking you for proof of funds, it's going to be rare you can pull a deal off, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as dealing with agents, it's normally that's going to be what they're going to be looking for. Not always, by no means. Mm-hmm. But normally that's just normal practice for them. That's the way they sort of weed out what they consider tire kickers.
Yeah.
So do you need it?
No.
Depends on who you're dealing with.
Depends on who you're dealing with.
Even if you need it, you can get it. Services out there, and normally the services that offer it, they offer transactional funding, which is basically like one-day loans to help you double close a deal.
All right. Thank you for answering that. Let's see here. What do you do? I'm just waiting to hear back. You should call me and move on. Want to be prepared. Okay, so what do you suggest I hear her with as the offer? Cover her debt. I've left a voicemail today waiting to hear back. If she doesn't call me, I'll move on. I want to be prepared.
Well, you just got to collect the information at this point. Number one, you got to just know if she's interested in owner financing. If she is, does she already have terms that she would like to sell the property at? If not, then you tell her, hey, I just need to know that you were open to it. And I'll call you back with an offer.
Understood.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so the house of the neighbor, I do have an address for that. So if you would like to pull that up.
What neighbor?
We were talking about the neighbor who had the house that is available.
Oh, the person.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
All right. And we're going to Oakland. You ready? It's 5855.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
I'll hold on 1 second. I'm done holding. Okay. The address is 5855 Chelton, Chelton, Elton Drive, 94611. Oakland. Down, 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 down. All right.
What are the details on it?
Oh, that's cool. So the details, let me scroll back up. Walt, I hope you with me. So this is the address that his coworker gave him, that the house next to him is off market. Was, because this isn't off market. Yes, it is. It says off market. So wanted to know, is this KISS eligible?
Yeah, everything is eligible, based on what we're showing here. Zillow says $1 million. Let's see what Redfin and Realtor says. It says $1 million, and this says $1 million. So they're all right there together. So if I did the KISS method, I add it, create offer. That's our offer right there. That's like $1.1 million. So I want to really be at $1 million, right? What is that? 100,000.
110.
I want to be at $1 million even.
That you did something wrong, but okay. 650.
Yeah, that 10 million or $1 million?
No, it's most definitely more than $1 million.
Yeah, that's more than $1 million. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got 650.
Okay. So we would need to send the letter to the realtor owner.
Yep.
That we will offer 650, right? But that's if you get it before the auction. If it goes to auction, that just means.
I thought you said they were listing it.
No.
What's the deal on it?
The address was given to him by his coworker, and it's off market as we see, and it's supposed to possibly going to go to auction. So I'm just trying to get it before.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you need to get the details on it. It may not just be a cash purchase. They may owe more than what makes sense. So you need to get the details on it. In the sense, what I mean by that, if it's a pre-foreclosure situation, how much do they owe? What are their arrearages? Meaning total to reinstate the property. Interest rate. How much? What's the time left on the term of the loan? How far in the process? When is the auction date? So.
Ooh, that's crucial.
Yeah.
Got to stop it. Yeah. Okay. All right. I know, Jamie. So let me see here. You say, what if you can't text to come on live? So I don't know. What else could you do if you can't text Gator to the number?
Oh, I don't know. That's the way.
I don't
know. I ain't never thought about it.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna figure that one out, Jamie. I'm gonna figure it out. I know that's right, Jamie. Coming for the money after closing costs. Okay. So thank you, Brian. Thank you, Walt. Thank you, Jamie. You all have given us in top 10. I think you had an address in there as well that we were able to use for a teaching moment. So Gibo wants to know, have you tried to wholesale in New York? So that's been done, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
no place exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely. But I've never pulled anything off to answer your question. But I talked to a guy a few years back. He was a flipper, but he said majority of his deals came from wholesale. He said it's rare. He pays them under $25,000.
Really?
Yeah, he says it's rare.
Wow. Okay. That's wonderful. Okay, so what we've been talking about, guys, is proof of funds, which you can go to proofoffunds.ai, POF. And you can also, don't forget about the Flipman's Partnership Network, where you can text the word SHIP, SHIP, to join that school of Knowledge. I was going to say School of Hard Knocks, but no. School of Knowledge. And don't forget to go to Text to Flip for more information on texting, using that as a form of generating your leads. Absolutely. And then Boss, BOSS, to boss up. Again, you want to send that to 205-964-5243. That's going to assist you with helping you find cash buyers anywhere. Okay. No, not Debo. I said Jibo, and I think it's Jibo 5 is the person in the chat there jamming. But no, not the bully, not Debo. So let me see here. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm just going to scroll back up, make sure I didn't miss any questions. If I did, charge it to my mind, not my heart. But I think I've been doing pretty good bouncing back and forth. Let's see here. And I know I see we have several people viewing that aren't necessarily in the chat. So feel free to slide on over and just say hello. Tell us where you're from. You still have plenty of time to go ahead and post a question that we can get answered for you as well.
Instagram, it only lets you do an hour.
It does?
Yeah.
It went back to that? That's what it was before, right?
Well, I don't know what they want to do.
I'm not sure on that.
So
thank you, Gemma. I'm glad your coworker was willing to switch shifts with you so that you could be with us tonight. I love seeing y'all in the chat. Now, Day, you've been quiet, and Cass has been quiet too. Antoine, I saw you peek your head and you didn't say anything. And Candy Cabo, nothing. If you're out there and you hear me calling you out, make sure you come on in the chat and say something to us. So let's talk about it. We've been talking about it a lot. Split the flip. We're not going to end today without talking about split the flip. Split the flip and the 1,094 counties and figuring out who allows
I'm trying to get Instagram.
divide things for the property and land. Huh? Hold my houses.
Hold your houses.
I got to hold my houses. House as hell. I don't know. I got to hold the houses.
If you don't think it's important, people won't do it.
Oh, I think it's important. I think it's important for the people on Instagram land to be able to hear my lovely voice. But I'm going to keep talking though. Okay. So yes, don't forget guys that we've talked quite a bit about land and subdividing and opportunities there for full tracts and possibly, like we just said, dividing the land down.
If they want to watch that training, just go to, just text, just text clip.
CLIP. Okay, text clip on the screen there. 205-964-5243. Yeah, that's it for the split and flip land training. Split and flip land training. Let's see here. Jamie says you really are an angel and says thank you so much.
You are 30 angels, Jamie. 30. All roll up into one.
Ooh, that's big angel.
That is.
But even more importantly, she said, thank you so much for your patience. And yes, AP's voice is lovely. Thank you. Just say yes.
Professional.
Thank you. Thank you very
You'll be getting
much.
paid for it. Well, I guess
technically I am.
Technically you are.
Thank you very much. Ha. Okay, so yes, clip, boss, ship, all to 205-964-5243. Let's see here. Oh, and Debbie and Scooter's missing. That's who else. Oh, that's rare. I'm gonna have to ask them what's going on. All right, what else you got for us? I've been through everything. Everybody's quiet. What's going on today? Because I know everybody's not watching the game.
I don't know.
There's no TV show on. There's nothing special happening.
Yeah. Oh, they ain't quiet. We can talk about some other stuff. Seem like they like when
the Randissimo.
What is it called?
Oh, I say Randissimo. Just
something random.
Yeah, just something random.
So you still hadn't watched the last
The Last of Us, the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I guess they're gonna be similar to like The Walking Dead. You'll have a dead one.
Well, you have to build it up because you're like, man, that was a dead. Because the one before that was just yeah. And so now you have to like give it a second, give it a moment. Yeah. Oh, but they said it was only a few of them. It's a lot. No, that was like, it can't be that many of them.
That's a city. That's a city.
Well, that's what they said. That ain't what they. Well, they don't even see it.
But
So,
how would you know? It's just like, that's why like the world stood still as far as technology for hundreds of years. Is because you didn't really know. You know what I'm saying? What other people. I've researched that, right? I've mentioned it before here on the thing. Is that I wanted to know why. It really, I was thinking more 1800s, early 1900s, but really it was like the 1700s.
Okay.
Like since the 1700s, so what is that, 500 years? What is that?
Okay.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
17.
22.
Let me see. Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute. What, we in 20? No, that's 300 20. Something. That's 300 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we finna have a bicentennial, ain't we?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like what, 300 or 250?
Bye.
It's going to be.
Keep going. Stop mathing.
Anyway, 1700s. So it's multiple things. Religions, only a certain number of people could read. The illiteracy rate. Am I saying right when you can't read, illiterate?
Yes, correct.
It was a high. It was most people couldn't read.
Okay.
All right. So that suppresses being able to share information because books, stuff. And so religions, only people really could read was maybe doctors, attorneys, if you had one, royalty, and religious people.
2076 will be the tricentennial. 1976.
How many years would that be?
Was the by 300 years?
It'll be 300. Okay.
Yes, 200 was 1976.
So email. What I'm trying to say?
I don't know. You're talking about people being able to read.
And then around that time, I think the telegraph was invented.
Okay.
So that allowed people to share information and communicate of long distances. Whereas before,
long, but over
enough. You know what I'm saying? And then so you may invent something.
Correct.
But I may make it better.
Correct.
Because I may take all the foundation that you created with that invention, and then
that's innovation.
I take it to the next level.
Correct.
Sometimes it's because other technologies have made it where now we couldn't do that before.
Right. With
this, now we can. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the compound. So, but just think about it now. Them 300 years, baby, we're just gonna use that 300 years. And we got thousands of years before that where it just basically was a horse, buggy, and wagon.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like for thousands of years. That's amazing to me. So like the last 300 years, advancement as far as technology dwarfs what was done thousands of years before that.
Correct.
So why am I talking about that?
I don't know why, but the thing is there wasn't a need.
There's never a need. We really don't need. But
there wasn't a need to go faster. There wasn't a need to communicate. Yeah, you didn't know what was beyond you right here. And then you have people like, oh, hey, guess what's there?
Just in medicine, it's worth going beyond what you know. Just medicine.
I don't need to know about a cure for a disease until the disease exists.
Well, again,
and so at the moment,
but if you don't know, you up there doing like my aunt did me when I was 12, 13 years old, giving me salsa meat, talking about that's gonna make me feel better.
It did. It raised your pressure, but your shoulder felt good.
No, I was probably 2-3 days from dying. that's what it was doing. Like literally. You know what I'm saying? So that level of ignorance existed for thousands of years.
And that's fine, because without the ignorance, you would never have the knowledge and whatever. Okay, let me put it in perspective. Okay, let's talk about this. It was a young girl where I was. I'm going to tell you where I was. And she said, ooh, I can't find a job for this summer. I'm going home. I'm going to have to go home and create a flyer. And I said, she said, do you use Canva or whatever? I said, yeah, I use Canva often. I said, but I mostly use Adobe because I like creating my own stuff from scratch. And I was like, but if all you need is a flyer, just go to GPT and say, create me a flyer. And she said, no, no, I can't use AI. Absolutely not. I don't use AI for creative things. I said a flyer is creative. She said, yes, anything artistic, you cannot use AI for. I said, a flyer that says you're going to babysit. I said, okay. And she said, no, would you? I said, absolutely. Something that's going to take like 5 minutes. So this is where we sat there and she was like, no, I'm just not a fan of AI. And I said, okay. So I get not being a fan of AI. So we had the conversation like what you're having right now. And I used it. Okay, so
just think about this.
No. Listen, let me finish. And I explained it to her. There's always going to be something that the next person isn't going to like. And I said, so you don't like the creativeness of using AI for artistic because you're saying, hey, somebody else could be creating this or, drawing this on their iPad or whatever. I said, okay, so what about the person who had the iPad with the pencil that's drawing it out? What about the person that had to use paper and pencil? No, we're not going to use an iPad and be creative and make it digital. I do it with paper and pencil, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the person that the camera. I said photography. The person who invented the camera. What about the person who used oil paint and actually sat there and painted portraits? We're not ever going to use a camera because that just takes away my artistic ability because I do it by hand.
Yeah, you can go
right?
on and on.
You can go on and on. That yes. At some point, you're going to feel like it's taking something away from you. But down the line, another 50 years, it's going to be just what the basic is. It's just is what it is.
Technology
and it's going to be something else. We can walk. Why walk when you can ride a horse? Why
you,
ride a horse when you can ride a car?
Her,
why ride a car when you can get on a plane?
Ask her, you just go as simple as this. Do you ever eat in a restaurant?
Yeah. It's all about convenience.
I'm saying you do that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'm saying that I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to I was talking to her.
But you can do it with everything. Why would you eat in a restaurant?
Why would you ever go in a convenience store and buy a bottle of water? We talked about that last week, I think. Oh, whatever
Why would
it
you
was.
go to the grocery store and buy meat when you can raise your own cows? Why would you then go?
Well, you need land. You need land.
I get it, but it keeps going to something you can do for yourself.
Yeah. You can always do it for yourself. So
you can always do it for yourself.
It's just like a couple of my friends, like when the BlackBerry, it was the thing, and especially whatever.
Yeah.
And then iPhone had already, but it hadn't been out like 3 or 4 years. And they were like, man, I don't want to deal with no iPhone. I want something with some buttons on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, remember this day when that BlackBerry stopped working. And you gonna go
sidekick.
And you
the BlackBerry was the sidekick.
And
T-Mobile sidekick.
And you gonna go into a store and the person gonna say, oh, we don't sell them no more or something. They're gonna hand you that iPhone. You're gonna call me back and say, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
and I'm in retail, so I hate it with self-checkouts. Oh, I hate a self-checkout. I'm doing the job for you and blah, blah, blah. But do you go eat at a restaurant?
Have y'all gotten rid of most of y'all? I know Walmart trying to get rid of most of theirs. Okay.
No, it's a choice. But there's always something. Anyway.
Maybe y'all theft. I don't think y'all theft is bad as theirs.
Yeah, it's everybody's. It's bad.
Y'all got bad theft? How do people even get stuff out the store? That just amazes me. I'm gonna come up there one day.
Boldness.
I'm gonna come up there just one day.
Just bold.
They gonna put me out if I just be sitting up in there. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm gonna come up in there one day. I want you to show me. Oh, they just walked out of here with something.
Oh, you ain't gotta do that. I'll show you. I see.
That is amazing to me. How?
Because you're not that's not the authority. They don't have the authority but do so much. They can't make you stay. They ask you to stay.
Let's throw a light up like a Christmas tree. It's like somebody walking out of there with something ain't paid for.
They do. That's the difference between some places who have real officers and some people that have like loss prevention AP.
That's worth just paying for what the money y'all lose. It'll be a drop in the bucket for. It seems like it'll be.
Depends on where you are because then you're not going to do it everywhere. So now you're causing. It's too many other ripple effects that go along with that.
Maybe I don't understand.
Well, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Day, what's up? Day. Oh, hey, I'm here. AP, just listening. I sent.
Yeah, y'all. I got.
I know what. That's why
I got plenty of stuff I can talk about beyond real estate. Y'all wouldn't listen. So
it might be some foolishness fooling with us.
Full of foolishness.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, but no, they responded to me. So hey, I'm here. AP, just listening. I sent Ty 2 vacant apartment complexes. Praying something will come from that. I'm still working in these streets, just waiting on that deal to hit. So they sent you 2 complexes to look at. Just make sure.
Oh, I replied to her.
Oh, you already did?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will, let's see here. Yes. Jamie says, I do remember the bicentennial year of 1976. In my neck of the woods, we were proud. Yeah. At that point, proud to wear red, white, and blue. Yeah. Ty, talk about it. Medicine. South meat was medicine for you too. That's trying to kill you.
Yeah. Your boy was dehydrated. What was long?
Sucking the water up.
Oh my God! I'm laying on that. See what happened was, one of my older brothers was in the hospital.
Oh.
And the way my mom is, long she probably couldn't do it now, but back, she wasn't gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? But I was sick too.
But you was at the house.
But I was at the house, and my great aunt was basically like my grandmother, because both my grandmothers died by the time I was 4 years old. And so I'm just laying on their couch, and she give me what she know to give me. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't know no better.
And so I don't know what was. I was just really sickly as a child. I was real skinny. I was just, but I was just running about 12, 13. And so when my brother got out of the hospital, my mama took me to the doctor immediately, and they said, "Oh no, you need to take him on to the hospital." So we went to Mobile. That's about an hour and a half from where I'm from. And so they thought I had spinal meningitis.
Meningitis. Because I'm like,
so they got the needle out like that, and laid me on my side, and I had to cross my legs up. And the doctor told this 13-year-old, if you move, you're gonna die. And so the nurse was holding, my mama was holding me. And I wasn't gonna move. They ain't have to hold me.
not down today.
They ain't have to hold you, boy. So anyway, so they did that, did the final tap. And so
look at that technology.
And so when they took me to a room, so it was taking a minute to get a room. And so my aunt, which is my father's sister, which is at that time my mom's former mother. Anyway, my aunt, yeah. Yes, now she's was RN back. She retired now, but she was RN. But she's like, if you meet her, she's a little calmer now because she's 80 something. But she's one of the people. She was basically a mother. She would, as a child, she would be embarrassing because she'd start just cussing people out, just like.
Oh, I like her.
She clowned up in that hospital because it would take too long to get me a room or whatever. So they finally registered me a room, and then they bought a wheelchair out, and so I could get in it, right? And so, man, all I can remember was they rolled me in that room. They said, "Can you get it? You got enough energy to get in the bed?" And so I just jumped up and just jumped in that bed. I woke up like 2 days later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What was wrong with you?
I was dehydrated.
Oh my God.
I was dehydrated. I probably just had like a just small virus, but it just turned into more because of what, how it was going.
Sure, it was killing me softly with the pulse. With that hog. The hog was taking you out. They ate pork. Oh my goodness. Okay.
But you know what? After that, now I've been sick, but it ain't often. After that, because I used to I literally just we'll be playing, and I'll just get real dizzy, and I'll just have to just sit on the ground or whatever. And so, but after I went through that experience, I ain't gonna say it's been rare, but it's rare. Like,
see why you talking? She might have been here. So
it's so thank God. It's so rare that I'm sick in the sense of real hurting that I can't handle it. Like some people, they always hurting, so I ain't gonna say it ain't no big deal. They're used to it. When you ain't used to it, like if I get a headache, it's like something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, because I don't really get sick or anything.
Your boy down bad.
Like when I had that, like when I had COVID, and did you warn about me all that medicine?
I brought you something. I don't know. I'm thinking about when your back was hurting.
Hey, that back.
That was devastating.
Oh, no, the back now.
that was.
But that only happens maybe once.
I
know. But anyway,
your homie went
Adrian
out and bought everything that was meant to. I mean, your back was turned. You went and bought your thing. Did you go get the massage thing? You bought the bed, the super bed. You wanted it in the biggest size. They needed to bring it the next day. Like, oh my gosh, you and your back went out. You was like, never again.
Terrible, man. All right, look at here. So, when I had COVID, you know, you bought me all that medicine. I was out doing all that stuff, man.
So
I'm about to
I
tell
wish I
myself.
would have known.
I fell right on my face. Like literally, after you left, I fell right on my face.
Yeah, you don't take pain or
no. I've been
sickness
very blessed because I can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my God.
That's what we're gonna get you. Mm-hmm. So we said that because Jamie says talking about medicine. Okay, so let's see here. Hold on. Jamie says, I get not being a fan of AI, but as a personal assistant or a brainstorming tool, I can finally dig it. Boomer here, and I can get the use for it. Day says, I would say I'm doing okay, but going through a lot going on, but I know God will take care of it. That's right. Either way, still working and driving for dollars. Got about 2. I'm just waiting to see if the seller will take an offer. And Jamin, Day says, hope you're good. Hey, Day, that's why we're here. I hope everything's going well. And if it's not, it's going to get better. Maybe not tomorrow, not the next day. We don't make them type of promises, but eventually. So just hold on. And we're going to work through this thing. That's what we're here for, especially when it comes for your deals. Charlotte P says, that was me. The BlackBerry was my phone. Where is it now? Where is it? Didn't even try to make a comeback.
They had a foot. Just one of those situations. Just think about it. You establish a company that's worth billions, but they still make mistakes, just like if you ain't got no money.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? They had a foothold on that game.
They didn't want to change.
And they didn't want to change.
So did Blockbuster.
Just think about it.
I mean, it's everything that eventually you got to change.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to buy Netflix.
Yeah, and they turned it down.
Yeah. 50 million. But that don't mean Netflix would have turned into what it turns into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
But it's just it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. That's right, Jammin. We're here for a reason. 2025 is ours. Keep doing what you're doing, ladies. Seeds are planted. Seeds have been planted. We've sown them. We just gotta water them. Let's see here. Love your stories. They're more inspiring than you think you know. Carlton Hop says, good evening, all. Okay, let's hear it. Ty, I think I got a deal. Could you run the numbers for me and see if it's a go? Put it in that car, and I'll come down to it. Okay.
Where does quarter blood technique come from?
Quarter blood technique. What you been watching it? I don't know. Does it have to do with leeches? You take a quarter blood out and you put a quarter blood in?
Comedy from the 80s. I'll let somebody tell the quarter blood technique.
Quarter blood technique. Tell me where that's from.
I know somebody.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Let's see here. Holy moly, what in the world? So glad you made it. I do remember, folks, that original name for doctors is and was practicing physician. Yeah, they was practicing on your children.
Well, they say that still, practicing physician.
Yeah, those are the ones in school, the interns.
No, the ones that's doing it. I'm a practicing physician.
Practice someone else. Skashan, I'm sorry about that. If you're hearing, Jamie, you say you hear the static too. Y'all just let me know. Jibo, is wholesaling an apartment doable, and how often can it happen? Hey.
What, you mean like an entire apartment complex?
Yeah.
People do it all the time. I haven't done as much as I wanted to do it, but I've done them over the years for sure.
Okay. Thank you for telling me it's better. Okay, are you ready for this address from Carlton?
Okay.
We're going to Augusta, Georgia. This property is going to need a full rehab, but we have it for $20K. The address is 1119 Turpin Street. 1119 Turpin Street, Augusta, Georgia. TURPIN, Turpin. 30901. Right. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to take a gander at this Zillow realtor in Movado. This is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath property that has 1,040 square feet. It is on market.
Is it?
Is it?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Okay. Is this the same property? No, it's different. What am I doing?
I don't know. I don't see anything right now.
What am I doing? Wait a minute. It's pulling up something different. See that? It's pulling up a different address.
I can't see anything. My computer's tired of me now.
It jumped off again? Oh, okay. Wait. That's what it used to do before. It just logged you out. Oh my God. But that's the first time it did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was nice. It was nice to me today. I can go back in. Okay, so you have 1119 Turpin?
I think I do.
Okay.
But let's just do it this way. Let's just see what buyers are paying for it in there. Let's see. Well. Do. Get down.
Okay, and Skashan, that's from Trading Places too. Is everything that's been the last 2 weeks for you? And I watched it the other day too. Actually. And that was Skashan that got it.
I really only see this one right here. I don't really want to cross over this major street here. Let me go back in time a little bit. Let's go back in time, see if we got a little bit more activity, and we do.
Saying that this property would need a full rehab.
Yeah, this stuff up in here is really cheap. So I'm trying to get it below 10 grand to have a chance on it.
So 20 is too much.
Yeah, 20 too much. Yeah.
All right. So get it under 10, put it out there for 20.
15, 20.
20, 15, 20. Okay. There you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it.
I was trying to find in the let's use ChatGPT real quick.
All right.
I want to ask.
What are we using
I
it for?
want to ask it something. Let's see. In the TV show 1923,
which is the
in one of the episodes, it was they were talking about electricity, and I think of the brother's name, but he was the one that got killed. One of the near episode, he was married to the young lady that wanted to leave the go back to New York or whatever. But he basically was telling the man, he was trying to sell him electricity to come to the house. Said, why would I pay you to loan me out power or something like that? What was that line, quote, a line in the movie that he said?
I know the scene you're talking about. The character, played by Brandon Sklenar, was arguing with the electricity salesman and said something along the lines of, "Why would I pay you to rent something God gave us for free?" It was a powerful moment that highlighted the skepticism and resistance to new technology during that era.
Yes.
Why would she say he said something like? It's not something like. You got the daggone script. What did he actually say?
Okay.
She's so funny.
Why is that what he's actually said in the script? That's what he actually said, or something similar to that?
I couldn't find the exact quote, but it's along those lines. The character was expressing his reluctance to pay for something he felt should be free, reflecting the era's skepticism about new utilities. If you want, I can keep looking or help with anything else.
We good.
No, we good.
Ain't as great as you thought you would, girl. Yeah. She's so snarky.
Anyway, that was I just, because we were talking about the girl said she didn't want to use AI.
Yeah, it amazed me, and then she's young too. There's normally like the
just want to be
woke.
just people just want to be difficult.
Yeah.
Want to strive.
But you want to know something funny?
Mm-hmm.
You know what kind of car she drives?
What?
A hybrid.
And what?
It's half electric, half gas.
So what that mean?
Technology.
Oh yeah.
Gas, horse, walking, buggy. Like, okay, you got a self-auto driving car, so I would never use that. You're killing the manufacturing world. Like, what? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Jamie. Okay, so this is the last one. We got this going. You're welcome, Carlton. You ready? You still got that up? Let's go to Lakewood. Where's Lakewood? It's California. It is 5653 Ashworth, Lakewood, California.
5653
Lakewood. I'm sorry, Ashworth. Ashworth, Lakewood.
Ashworth what?
Oh, I don't know. It just says Lakewood, California. All right. So the house grass stays high. You can tell from the outside that the house is run down and needs lots of work.
So he hadn't talked to the owner. What he's saying.
Yes. Okay, Jamin and Booyah, we were listening to the voice on Chat GPT. Gibbet. Wow. Okay.
So, what does he want to know?
So he wanted a comp for the property, but we just pulled it up on Zillow. What question did you have for this property, Charlotte? Do you want to see how the KISS method would work for it? Is it okay? So it's off market. Just do the KISS method.
They need to be around 500 and some change.
Okay, so you need to be down around 500 and some change. That would be the offer that you would send over via email. And
she needs to get in touch with the owner.
Okay.
You don't spend a lot of time on comping properties.
That's what the KISS method is for. It takes that out.
Not even that. If you hadn't even talked to the owner, you don't even know they want to sell. Don't spend a lot of time comping. You'll spend a lot of time spinning your wheels on nothing.
Okay.
You got to find out. No wonder they want to sell.
Now the difference is
then you dive.
Okay, but listen, the difference is when you're using the KISS method, you're talking to realtors who obviously have properties that they want to sell, so you don't have to take that out. I know, I'm just saying, but when you're dealing with off markets, you got to go back to at least talking to somebody first.
Yeah, you need to be talking to somebody.
Yeah. Hey, Debbie, I just called you out a little while ago and wanted to know where you were. So, Charlotte, you have not talked to the owner. Get in touch with the owner and then use that resource that you just saw.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we wouldn't do it. I'm just letting you know you'll spend a lot of just wasted time on stuff.
For someone not even to be interested.
You can't even get in touch with them.
Gotcha.
Sometimes people do a very good job of not being able to find them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Some people do. Yeah. Well, anybody can be found if they around here, but you know what I'm saying? You might have to spend a little bread. Some people, you're not going to find them with a 10-cent skip trace or a free skip trace. Let me just say that.
Heard. Yeah. All right, boss.
Okay, I think we've been rolling pretty hard here. We got a couple stories out. Y'all provided some time for me to do that. So I appreciate it or whatever. So, with that being said, go through a few things here. So if you want to get alerted when we go live, just text the word DING, D-I-N-G, to 205-964-5243. Split and flip land training, text the word CLIP, C-L-I-P, to the same phone number. Flip Man's Partnership Network, FMPN. Adrian had the shirt from what happened to my replacement, man?
I went back to work.
Okay. All right. Excuses. Text ship the 205-964-5243. CRM. Text CRM to 205-964-5243. And for text messaging, just go to text2flip.com. Text2flip.com and tell them I sent you. With that being said, appreciate Adrian make this thing go very, very smooth. Again, this concludes Flippinar 343. Thanks, and we will see you on the FLIP SID.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash.